start it wherever we want.
Yeah.
So, let's see. I moved to Idaho in 2005, and you?
I moved to Idaho in 2001.
So that made me 12, and how old were you?
I was 6, like
Okay.
just turning 6 years old. My family moved from Texas.
Yeah, and I came from the East Coast. I came from Rhode Island.
Yep.
So it was quite the move.
Yeah.
And the reason we came out here, obviously, we didn't have much of a say at that age, our parents, and my parents came out for a business opportunity that ended up falling through, but we ended up staying. And I'm super fortunate for that. What brought you out here?
Yeah, kind of the same. My parents moved up here for work. And my dad, he came up and visited when he was still living in Texas. He just came up for maybe like a week or so and just fell in love with it up here. Quite a bit different from Texas. There's lots of rivers and mountains and
A little bit of snow.
yeah, snow. Just he kind of wanted to rough it for a little while,
Yeah.
I think.
Like a lot of people.
Yeah, that's kind of like why you live here.
Yeah.
You just
That's the lifestyle.
survive the winters, but
Yeah.
the amount of stuff that there is to do
Oh, outdoors?
is limitless.
it's
Yeah.
it's so much.
So
I mean, like what? Both of us, we grew up, we would have to go out and get firewood in the fall with our families and stack
Yeah.
up on firewood because that's how we heated the house.
cutting down the trees,
Yeah, and do all that.
designated wood stacker growing up. So.
Yeah. So then, yeah, both of us went to high school in the area. And throughout high school, I worked as a ranch hand and I did like small engine repair at a little lawnmower repair shop too, off and on. So that's where I kind of gathered like some initial skills in like construction and building and
Yeah.
like running equipment. That's where like they had tractors and a bulldozer and a backhoe and all sorts of little equipment, and we just did everything. We kind of maintained, you know, a good chunk of acreage. I think it was 300 or 400 acres. So that's like where
You got
my
your-
initial construction background started,
Yeah.
and that was like through high school for me.
Yeah, and I guess I kind of grew up just in the middle of construction. Really, my parents to this day, the house that they live in, I mean, they've been working on it for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's a super sweet place.
It's
and
typical as a
yeah,
homeowner.
yeah,
You're always
and
working on
You're
something.
always working on something. So it's just like normal, and I like to build things and see things being built. I think it's a pretty cool process.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you went to school after high school.
Yeah,
Yeah. We both went to school after
Yeah.
high school. You
Went
had a
to-
more successful stint.
A little bit, yeah. I was gonna go play soccer at a college in Montana, but I just kind of decided I didn't really want to do that. I wasn't quite ready to go to school, didn't know what I wanted to do. So I just took a year off and I moved to the Midwest, and I lived with one of my aunts. And yeah, just kind of worked. I got my first job in a restaurant. So I worked at a little deli, and then I worked at an Italian restaurant and a Mexican restaurant as a waitress. So
Yeah, as a server.
that kind of, I don't know, was the beginning of
Serving. for
my
you.
serving. Yeah, been doing it ever since, really, off and on.
It's a good gig.
Yeah, it's always worked for me. Part-time, flexible hours.
Yeah, we live in like a touristy location,
Mm-hmm.
so there's not like a huge industry of anything. I mean, there's a timber industry,
Yeah,
and logging, but
right. Recreation is
yeah, as far
one
as
of the bigger
tourism
ones.
and serving, I mean, it's a good gig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, took a year off and then came back and started at a community college and just got my associate's degree in 2.5 years. And then, yeah,
I went to school.
we went to the same community college.
We went to the
Didn't
same
know each
school.
other.
Didn't know each other.
Different years,
We
too.
met years later, yeah. And had a falling out the first year. I was kind of asked to leave the first year, and then the second year I ended up dropping out and just kind of working in the town where that was at, just like nickel and dime jobs,
Yeah.
delivery driver, nothing special. And then what is it? I think, oh yeah, I heard of the North Dakota boom. I don't know how many people know of the North Dakota boom that happened. I don't even know when that would have been. 2011 it was going on, maybe from 2000
Yeah.
9 or 10 up until
Yeah.
12, 13,
Good while
14,
there.
somewhere before it tanked.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I did that and went and got like a decent chunk of change. I was there for a year and came back and moved back in with my parents, and what did I do? I got a job welding.
Yeah.
So I got a job welding and got certified through that, and I ended up welding for 3 years as a certified welder. But when I was with my parents, I had that money from North Dakota, so I ended up buying a house, and the market was cheap. So I ended up paying, what did I pay for this house initially? I think I paid like 68,000 or 69,000. I think it was 68,000, right in there, for the house, and that was in 2000
13, 14.
oh, I don't know. I was 22 and I was born in 93, so whatever that is,
Yeah.
15, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But I bought the house, yeah, and then lived in it welding. You know, while I was welding, I lived in the house.
And you had a little bit of a down payment, and then you took out a loan for the rest.
Yeah, I had to take out a loan for
Yeah.
the rest. I think I had like $5,000 I put down or something.
Right.
Yeah, and then I lost my job welding here, so I moved to the bigger city, a little bit south of here, and got a job welding, and in the meantime rented out the house. To cover for that, I moved into a camper initially and just winged it. That's kind of what I'm good at, winging it.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we moved back, or I had intentions of moving back. I got a job actually with the state, and I did that for a little while, and there we continued like heavy equipment operation. So that was like a good, to carry that skill along or further it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then what, we met?
Yeah. I had taken my second year off school. I was going to take a little break between my associates and bachelor's. So we just took a year off. I had actually blown up my knee, and that was kind of the reason that I had taken a year off. I was going to, move somewhere, but I decided to move back closer to home, and I got a job as a bartender. And that's where I met Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came in a few times and
slight patron.
hit it off.
Yeah. The rest is history.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But that's like our backstory. So we grew up like doing all this.
Yeah.
Like this isn't new to us or anything by any means.
Right.
It seems like a lot of people that it's almost a fad to them, like doing this.
Got chickens.
Yeah,
and
like
have
they
a
go out and get
garden.
chickens. Yeah, it's like that's like what we grew up doing. It's nothing new, We'd fix our own stuff when it broke down because
Right.
you didn't have a ton of money. You couldn't bring it to the mechanic. So that's
Right.
where you learn how to do a ton of that. And yeah, it's like it's not a fad to us. It's
Right.
just life.
We just love that lifestyle too.
That's super laid back.
So
Yeah.
it's I don't know, easy living really.
Yeah.
We're pretty lucky.
We made it work.
Yeah, but
Yeah. So that's like the backstory of us. That's how we came to be, or where we're at right now.
yeah.
So why are we putting our shit on YouTube?
We're putting our shit on YouTube because, in a way, we kind of want to give back what we have found YouTube to be super helpful.
It's
like
super useful.
It's the mecca for YouTube University, basically.
It's free content.
Yeah.
It's like free anything. There's how-tos to do
Yeah.
anything, and like if you're even a weekend mechanic, you can do anything with YouTube almost.
Yeah.
It seems like that at
Yeah.
least. And in like the house thing, researching it,
Yeah.
YouTube's super useful in like learning or extending your knowledge on
Right.
how to build a house.
Yeah.
I mean, and each step throughout that, and like, so yeah, we want to like show people ours, and if there's hiccups that we came up to that someone else didn't,
Right.
then yeah, we can show them how we overcame it or got through it,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of sharing our story
And there's money in it. Like, there's
Yeah.
no ifs, ands, or buts around it. Like, people are making money off of YouTube. If someone gets a hit on their video, just some stupid viral video, people start making money off of this stuff, and we see people making money off of it.
And it's just like we kind of came upon this opportunity, so
Yeah,
why not
it's
try?
an interesting story, we
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
So we think, hell, why wouldn't we? We'd be foolish not to almost.
Yeah. Not to at least try.
All we got to do is set up a camera and
Yeah.
at least try a little bit, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Kind of with this video, trying a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So that's
it's
kind of
gonna
what
be
that is.
it's gonna be a fun journey, and
Oh,
sharing it's
shit,
been
yeah.
really fun. We have a lot of extended family and friends that are already like, we love seeing your videos, you know, it's
They
it's
love
just kind of
watching
fun.
them,
'Cause
yeah.
otherwise,
It's interesting.
Our close family and friends know what's going on. But
Yeah, they all come say hi.
yeah, but we're
Yeah, it's interesting. So
so we
that's kind of where we're at with that.
we're just kind of having fun with it, really.
Yeah, winging it. What we do best, or what I do best.
Yeah, I'm a pretty good winger too.
What we both do best.
But yeah, it's been good. So we're just gonna kind of roll with it.
Yeah.
People can follow our journey.
If you want, yeah.
It really will be pretty fun, pretty cool.
Yeah. If people think we suck, screw you too. Then I
Yeah.
guess you know whatever.
I'd say.
We don't care. We learned that the internet is an interesting place to say the least after
Yeah.
posting just the first couple
Gotta have some
videos.
tough skin.
It's pretty funny.
But yeah, we'll have a garden in the spring and
Yeah, we'll do all that. You know, chickens. We'll clean up the chicken pen and
having chickens is, I don't know if anybody ever thought it was really difficult, but they're pretty low maintenance.
There's
and
nothing to it.
a lot of fun. I like the chickens.
If anyone tells you otherwise, there's nothing to it.
They give us a lot of food.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's us. Thanks for watching.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Cool. Here's the cost breakdown that we have so far to date. Please like and subscribe this video. Thank you.